Today, we're talking about gym life after marriage and motherhood, and why staying consistent feels almost impossible. Because let's be honest, some days are the hardest lift is just getting out of bed.
And nobody shows that part on Instagram.
Yeah, and I feel like nobody really talks about like the guilt that you have when it comes to like not actually going to the gym.
So, this is not the aesthetic fitness version, this is the tired version, the I almost didn't come version. So, if you're watching this, go ahead and like, subscribe, and drop a comment because right now we want to hear from you. What's the hardest part about staying consistent? Is it your time? Is it motivation? Is it your kids? Maybe even your partner or even your own mindset? So drop a comment and let us know. So the first question that I'm going to ask my girls, and we're going to start this conversation, is do you feel like your relationship with your body changed after marriage or after kids? And how does it affect you in your relationship with the gym or just working out?
Like definitely after you get married, you definitely slack more because when you're single, you know you got to stay snatched because you're trying to get snatched. But
Yeah.
so I definitely think it changes like your motivation because I've definitely gained weight since I got married, and I used to make sure I didn't like cross a certain threshold except for COVID.
Mm,
But because COVID, we was hiding, so we was just like this, neck up, so we could hide
right.
everything else that was going on. But yeah, definitely, marriage definitely changes your
Yeah, I
motivation.
agree.
True.
So, like, the first year that I got married, I gained like 20 pounds. And it's just like,
Oh,
you're happy, you go out to eat, you're just like
yep.
enjoying the married life, the honeymoon phase, and you're just chilling. Like, you're not really focused on, like, man, I'm trying to stay fit. Because, like Keisha said, like, when you're single, you're trying to get the man. But once you get him, you kind of like, you start slacking a little bit. You're like, man, I'm good. Let's just enjoy. And so, like, your
Mm-hmm.
body fluctuates. And then, you know, I also had like a certain threshold that I didn't want to go past. But then, of course, I start working out again. I was super motivated. And this is like when I'm in my 20s, so I had the energy. And then after I had the baby, the shift changes again. So, like, it feels
Mm-hmm.
like it's a lifelong journey, right? A love hate relationship with the gym.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, when I've never been someone to work out, I've just don't like it. But with my second marriage, again, not really working out, but still trying to not do too much so that I don't gain too much. And then at the same time, I think it makes a difference if your husband works out. Because if
Mhm.
he's like pushing you to work out, I think you'll do that. But if he's kind of like, yeah, let's just eat out. Yeah, let's just relax today. Yeah, then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to do it either. Cause like it's sometimes it's more than just motivation to go to the gym. So
It's
that's
Yeah.
having that
definitely,
support, yeah.
yeah.
And having
And
people
for
around,
So,
people to
me,
go to work out with, to keep you accountable and
mm-hmm.
motivated. Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
So
I'm
yeah. So
definitely a
marriage
foodie.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So I knew that like I had to get with someone that was like had some level of like fitness goals
Mm-hmm.
or works
Mm-hmm.
out often because that would help me. That would motivate me. But if it was the opposite, then like you said, I would be like it would be done for me.
Yeah. So yeah, so I think marriage definitely changes it, and then kids as well, because then when you have kids, now it's trying to find that time and that balance because your shift again has changed. So it's not just marriage, but it's marriage and kids. And at the
Hmm.
same time, it almost seems like yourself gets pushed back a little further down the list
Hmm.
of take care of.
Hmm.
So is it harder physically or is it harder mentally to stay consistent now?
For me, I would say a little bit of both because like I just turned 40. Can't believe it. But like it's true.
Look
It's
good,
like
girl.
well, thank you. But like I noticed a shift. I'm like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, "What? What is this? I'm feeling stiff. Like my feet be hurting, my back be hurting." I'm like, "What is this?" But I know
Yeah.
like if I work out, I feel better. So it's like I know I need to
Mhm.
do it because I just recently started working out more consistently again, and I can already notice a difference in my body.
Yeah.
So it's just like I that motivates me. It's about like, okay, I want to be strong and healthy as I get older. So I know like mentally I need to push myself to do it so that I can feel better. And then when I do feel better. So,
Yeah.
What about you,
Yeah,
Keisha?
it's mostly mental because once I am like consistently going, like I enjoy the gym, like I enjoy working out, but it's just mental because I have moments where I just don't feel like going. But once I get there, I'm good. It's just getting out of the mental of like, oh, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like getting in the car and like going. It's that part really. That's why I've been saying too that I want to get into like working out at home as well.
it's still hard
Yeah.
though, because I literally have a treadmill in my office and I put clothes on it and stuff on it, and I walk past it every day because I work in my office and I just look at my
Oh,
treadmill. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get on you one day. So
oh
like
Right.
my.
if it's real, if it's a mental thing, like even having, I think sometimes it's even harder to work out at home because you're just like, I'd rather just watch TV or you get distracted. But like for me, going to the actual gym, being around other people, like getting cute for the gym or dressing up is part of like what keeps me motivated to want to like, okay, let me go, and like having, and just to get out of the house too. I'm like, okay, let me go to the gym. Cause yeah.
Yeah.
Now I must say, like for me, going to the gym has always been an issue because I don't like driving. Okay. Okay. Now you're gonna tell me I gotta drive and I gotta work out, which I did not like working out. Like I just didn't want to do that. So working at home was better for me because I could watch my TV. I could look stupid if I was gonna look stupid because I don't want to go to the gym and look stupid. And I don't be knowing how to work the machines. And then you're gonna see me like reading the instructions on how to like work the machine. But I gotta say, this August will be 2 years for me that I've been consistent. So I think
Yay!
yeah, right? But I
Yes,
think
girl,
for
that's
me,
good.
I think for me, it was definitely mental, not physical, because I had to get in the mindset of like, not so much working out, but like just being consistent and then feeling like when I go to the gym, it actually counts. So like I didn't want to go and I'm just like, I don't know, walking the treadmill or whatever. Like I wanted to use the machine. So I had to get out of my own head and just be like, ain't nobody looking at you. just
Mm-hmm.
just like
Mm-hmm.
I ain't looking at them, they ain't looking at me, and
Yeah.
to just go. So I think once you get into the mental mindset of being disciplined, it becomes easier to go. And now I
Yeah.
enjoy the gym. I gotta be honest, I love it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what actually was it like? What motivated you to go to the gym? Was it like that you wanted to just get more fit, or was it just like you wanted to be more healthy, or because you've always been sexy,
Small.
nice,
Small,
yeah, you've always
small
been
and
small.
slim.
So I wonder
So
what motivates, like if you don't really struggle with weight, like, yeah, what's your motivation to like start?
So yeah, so no, I've never really been a big girl, but in my mind, from what I see, my stomach has been my big issue. And I wonder is anybody else like that with me because I feel like I can't be the only one. So let me know in the comments too. I can't be the only one who I'm just so fixated on my stomach, and all I want is a flat stomach. I don't need a six pack. I don't need it to be chiseled. I want it flat. So when I put on certain clothes, you don't see this bulge. And of course, after kids, the
Mm-hmm.
bulge is kind of more noticeable. So I was 38 and I'm like, you know what? I have 2 years to get fit because when I turn 40, I want to be fine. So that's what made me really, really start. So I got my membership. I already had the membership because I was doing the perks program at Crunch for my business, and then but I wasn't even going. So I was like, I already got the membership. Let me just start going, and then like starting to go. Like I like to feel when my body is sore because it makes me feel like I got a good workout. So I
Mm-hmm.
almost started chasing that. And then when the motivation kind of left, I knew for me, like if I stopped, I was going to stop hard. And I was like, you got to go. So I kept going even when I didn't want to. And then I knew I would feel better after I went. And every time I leave the gym, I always feel good. I don't feel good walking in all the time, but leaving, I be feeling really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So
You
do you
always
work
feel
out like
better,
three? 3 days a week or?
I work out 4 days a week. So Monday,
Ooh,
Tuesday,
good.
Thursday, Friday. Yeah,
That is
now I
so
really
good.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Back.
So, do you feel supported when you try to prioritize working out, or does it feel like you're being a little selfish, especially from a mom's?
Well, I know for me personally, like before I had my baby, I enjoy working out. Like I've always kind of enjoyed being at the gym and, just being active. And so, like, after I had the baby, had some complications, so I couldn't work out. And like you guys said, it's like once you fall off, that motivation is just hard. And so, like, now it's more about like mom guilt. So, like, trying to find the time because I feel like if I'm going to the gym or working out while he's awake, that I'm taking time that I could be spending time with him. And so that kind of gives me like, the mom guilt. Like, but I realize that like I have to prioritize my own health because working out for me helps me mentally to be happier and feel better. And so, like, if I'm happy for myself, then I can be a better mom for him. And so, you know, my husband helps me and supports me so that, you know, when I'm working out, he's being taken care of and happy. So, yeah.
That's really good. Yeah.
That's good.
So I know for me, especially when my kids were a lot smaller, I don't even think I was even thought about working out. So I didn't feel guilty because I wasn't doing it. But now, um, like my schedule is more. I go when they're sleeping, so I don't feel guilty now
Hmm.
because they're asleep. So I feel like that's my me time, and that's another thing that keeps me going because that's a time that's just for me. And then I don't get a lot of chances to watch TV, so I be having my like shows that I want to watch, and I go to that gym, and that's when I get to watch my shows. So another thing is when I don't feel like going, I be like, ooh, but I got the next episode coming up. Let me go see. I want to see what's going to happen, so I go.
That's a good
That's a good
one.
Yeah.
strategy, though. I like that,
So I go and I'm watching my show, and I get like I feel like the best workouts when it because I feel like it's just me there. I don't see nobody else.
Is it?
I don't notice anybody. I got my headphones in. I got my phone open, and I'm just watching my show, working out. So yeah, that's another motivator that gets me out of bed. Be like, oh, I want to see what's gonna happen.
Nice. That's a really good idea. I gotta have
Yeah,
some shows ready for when I go to the gym too. But I mostly do
put it.
classes, so I wouldn't be able to really watch anything.
True, true. Well, then your classes should help you feel like,
It is.
oh, it's a class. At least you know there's no second guessing on what am I
Right.
gonna do at the gym today.
Exactly.
So
The
yeah,
classes help me tremendously to like have that motivation and like, because I know I just gotta show up and I'm gonna get the workout in. So,
true.
yeah.
Yeah. So is motivation fake? Like, should we even be relying on motivation at this stage in our life, or do we need to be more disciplined? That's
I
a real
think
question
you
for
need,
you.
that's a tough one, but I think we need both. I think
Yeah.
the motivation helps you to become disciplined, you know? So like
Yeah.
first you have to want it and you have to like have a goal, and then you have to, once you set that goal, you have to be disciplined to stick through it even when you don't feel like it or when you're tired or when other things happen and you're busy. Like the discipline will make you stay consistent, but the motivation helps
Right.
you to start.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what if the
100%.
motivation never starts?
Well, there's different things that you have to have that pushes your motivation, right? So, like, I think the reason why I've always worked out since I went to college and I gained a ton of weight was always the motivation of like I want to look good, right? And that's
Yeah.
most people's motivation is like you want to look good, so you're gonna try your best to work out. So even though I kind of been up and down with working out, I've always like when I get to a point where I'm like, okay, you at that point, you about one cheeseburger away. When I get to that point, I be in the gym like
Yeah.
heavily. So I think that's the motivation for me is like I like looking good and I also like staying in shape. And it's not for anyone, it's really for myself. When I look at myself, I want to like feel good. Um but I've never really had good discipline. So that's something I need to work on, is just the discipline of like having a schedule, having your set like days, having like, because I have ADHD, I don't really have that discipline. So I've always wanted to have the discipline of like waking up early and going. And that way you get it out the way, it's guaranteed. I know people that are the most successful with discipline and working out consistently is like they get it over in the morning. And that's what you do, right, Didi? You do early in the
Yeah,
morning?
because if I don't go in the morning, it ain't gonna
Forget
happen.
it.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
do it.
And that's what
Because
I'm
after
finding.
work, yeah,
I'm finding that to be true with me too, because like in the morning, I'm able to be consistent. I can get up, like you said, have my me time. Like my son is still sleeping, so like I can be consistent. Because as the day goes along, more things happen. I get tired, and like if I try to wait till the evening, I may not do it every day. And I can't. I'm
yeah.
not as consistent because yeah, I get tired. So I like to
And
do
for
it in the
you,
morning.
Keisha, I think it might be different because you don't have kids. The getting up is just for you anyway. So you can get up and get things ready at your own leisure, at your own time. And then if you have time later in the day, there's nothing really going to stop you. So I think for moms, or at least for me and maybe even Aida too, that morning time when we know the kids are asleep, the husband is asleep,
Hmm.
hey, and you know what? We ain't get much sleep anyway.
Exactly.
Be honest, we ain't get much sleep
No.
anyway. So we might as well be up, go ahead and let's just get the
Get the
day
day
started.
started. Yep.
And yeah, and then you actually get more energy after working out,
Yes.
because not only is the gym good for your physical, but man, when you mention about mental,
Hmm.
it really does. All like some of the frustrations in life, some of the stuff that gets foggy and blurred in there, when you work it out, sweat it out, you feel mental
It's a
clarity.
stress reliever, you're able to like
Yeah,
sweat out your
Yeah.
stress, not think about your problems, like listen to some good music or watch a good show on Netflix, and like you said, it's your
yeah,
me time. And for moms, that's sacred. Like so when they're
yeah,
sleeping, I'm like I can get a good 3 4 hours back into myself to focus on me without feeling
yeah,
guilty about like taking time from my family. So yeah.
yeah. So,
Right.
what's the longest you've stayed consistent, and what's actually helped you maintain it? Now, I've already talked about my consistency and how it's been almost 2 years. It's usually my shows that gets me up in the morning, so I can watch my shows. So, what about you guys? What's the longest you've been consistent, and what helps you stay consistent?
I would.
I I would say that I've always kind of been consistent since I was like 21, but I've been inconsistently consistent.
You've been
And I,
consistently inconsistent.
because like, I will definitely, out of a month, I will definitely work out at least one day a week. Every month, I can say that. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, or 1 or 2 days, and then some weeks I just have those good weeks that it is 3 or 4 days. But it's not what I want, but I at least can get a day in for almost since I was younger. The only times that
Okay.
I've had moments where I didn't go at all was just, there's been maybe random times in my life where maybe I skipped a month, but it's never been like more than enough, more than a month or two that I did not go to the gym or see the inside of a gym. No. Even if it meant that I
Oh,
was
okay.
doing abs at home, like sit ups, yeah, I was always doing something active or walking around my neighborhood. And what's
Mm-hmm.
really helped me is my watch too, because your watch reminds you of how inactive you are when you are inactive. So when you
Yeah.
look at that and you're like, ooh, at the end of the day, you only got 2,000 steps, that makes you just want to get up and just go take a walk around the
So
neighborhood.
messed up.
So I would say, like, yeah, just being active altogether. I've always kind of been active, at least. Even if it's just a walk, I'm doing something.
Right. So, what about you, Aida?
Been consistently working out, like going to the gym on a consistent basis since my early 20s, probably like 22. So like after I got married, like I told y'all, I gained a lot of weight, But then I was like, oh no, none of my clothes were fitting, and I was like, I've always been the type like once I see a problem, I'm gonna try to immediately get it fixed. And so I started working out then, and then I was able to like eventually lose the weight, get back to the size, and feel good. And so I just worked out since then. And then after I had the baby, I had to pause for a little bit, and now I'm getting back to working out again. So I would say consistently since my 20s. I've been off and on going to the gym and working out. But I like
Okay.
being active, and my husband's active too. So like we always like playing
Right.
sports and doing things. So like Keisha, we've always been kind of like doing something, whether it's just
Mm-hmm.
walking, playing sports, playing frisbee, football, whatever.
Yep, and I be seeing you right here. I be seeing you on the Apple Watch, so
Yeah,
whenever you don't be working out, I'm like, let me text her and be like, girl, you only got 1,000 steps. What's going on?
right. Like get up.
What about saying so? Watch people at. Saying so.
You need to join the Apple side, girl. Come on,
Comment below if you're Team Samsung or Team
Team
Apple for
Apple.
watch.
That's another episode.
Hmm.
But I can say that too. So even though this has been my most consistent time, I've always wanted to work out. So I'll start and I might be consistent for about I want to say a good 2-3 months that I'm actually doing something, and then I slack off. And when I say I slack off, like I ain't doing nothing. I might walk, but other than that, I'm doing absolutely nothing. So when I say consistent, I've literally been going 4 days a week for almost this August being 2 years. And if I don't go to the gym, it's usually because I'm sick. And even when I'm out of town, I still find a way to work out, which I've shocked myself because I've been going on cruises and still finding the time to work out. Like I'm actually excited to like, where's the gym? What the gym look like? Oh, what they got? They got this machine. So that's new for even for me. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so what we want to do now is get everybody's thoughts on this whole episode when it comes to gym and consistency. What are your goals for this year? What are some of the things you would like to do, and how would you go about doing that? And then drop any advice that you want to give to anybody else who is trying to work out, who's a mother, who's married, who has gym phobia. So drop those comments down, and we've enjoyed this episode. If you've enjoyed it, again, follow us, subscribe, like the comment, and share it with anyone you know is trying to get to the gym more consistent. So with that, this is the Chocolate Drops, and we are out.